What's up, guys? Welcome to part 2 of how to open your third eye in 7 days. And I will get right into the material. So first off, I want to give you guys another meditation. The one I gave you last time is awesome. It's totally relevant, but it's a little bit one-sided. The whole purpose of reciting Om, the and visualizing, you're sending a lot of vibrations and energy to your sixth chakra, your third eye, which is very important. But now I'm going to teach you another aspect of allowing your third eye to open, which is more having to do with the visualization and allowance of the phenomenon to come at you, rather than just like the energy of the vibrations of your sound going towards it. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit up nice and tall wherever you want to be, your little meditative space, and at eye level you might need a little table or a chair. You want to place a lit candle so the flame is roughly in alignment with your eyesight when you're in your position of meditation. And for a few seconds, you just do this off and on. For a few seconds, maybe 10, you just stare at the flame. Try not to blink, just try to look and gaze at the flame. Try to take it in. And then after about 10 seconds, you'll close your eyes. And for a period of about 10 seconds, you'll try to visualize, try to actually see that flame in your mind's eye. So when you look into your mind's eye in this context, what you're doing is you're going to close your eyes. You're going to kind of angle your eyes on like an upward slant. So you're looking right at where your third eye actually is, which is like right between your eyebrows, like right in this area. So you close your eyes and you kind of look up there very gently and try to see and picture and visualize that flame. In the beginning, you might get it for a couple seconds, and it might be not the clearest looking flame. It might not be obviously a spitting image of what you just got done looking at when you're looking at the real flame. But eventually, you'll improve at this. You'll be able to see that flame, that same flame, as you go on, more clearly, more vividly. And in doing that, you're developing your third eye, your visionary abilities, the ability to visualize and experience pictures and visualizations essentially in your third eye. So it's just as valuable as the last one. I recommend you do both equally for about 10 minutes. I would start with the first one, do that first, and the second one, do this one. Now let's talk a little bit about another step of the process. So we've been really focusing a lot on having a strong intent to open our third eye, really wanting it, really being consistent with that desire, that intent that's being kind of constantly emanated from our vibrational frequency just into the cosmos. We want it to open, want it to open. We're taking action, we're meditating, we're sending energy to it, we're practicing our visualization with it, we're honing our third eye skills. But oftentimes, due to the impurity of our dense physical reality we find ourselves in, and growing up, most of us pretty unconsciously with unconscious parents, eating foods in an unconscious way, a lot of them containing impurities and pesticides and metals that inhibit the natural functioning of our pineal gland, which is the physical counterpart to our third eye. So sometimes we have to kind of remove and the metals and the calcification and detox our pineal gland for it to really start revving up to its most potential. So I'm going to go over 3 different supplements that I recommend that I've personally taken with noticeable effects and success that you are welcome to go and buy if you want. It's not 100% essential, especially if you're younger. If you're older and past 40 and above, I would recommend you might need it more than others because you've just been here longer, had more time where you could have, mucked up your third eye. But if you guys are young guys, you probably don't even need to do this. Though you can, and it will produce a noticeable effect. You can always be, more optimally opened. But anyway, these are kind of maybe an important step for some of you. The first one I'm going to talk about is this. It's called skate liver oil. It's just like a fish oil that you can buy on Amazon. I heard about it from a guy named David Wilcock. He's a real scientific type guy who really tries to bridge the gap between like actual hard sound science and what's happening with this ascension process. And he does a damn good job. He believes himself to be a reincarnation of Edgar Cayce. Take that for what you will. But he's a very bright, articulate, well-researched, well-read individual in his field. And he's got some really interesting books out there. So I respect him. And he said that this is like by far the best supplement out there. He took it himself. He had great success. And at the time, I was heavily into watching his videos, and he was one of the first people I ever came across on YouTube that like talked about ascension in a way that I was able to grasp. And I took it. I bought it online, and I bought two kinds. I bought there's a kind you can just like inject out of a syringe and just like put this fish oily liquid into your mouth, which is disgusting. I don't recommend that. There's the pill form, just as good. Go with the pills. And the best way to describe it is I experienced more effects of my third eye being open. I had more clear dreams, more vivid dreams, more lucid dreams. And I was able to, like all these like meditative techniques I'm teaching you, I was able to do them better. I had more third eye phenomena that would occur as I was decalcifying my pineal gland with this supplement. You don't have to write this down. I'm going to leave a link down below this video, which will take you to a blog post I made a while back that gives a little bit of a rundown of these different supplements I'm going to recommend, and also a little link where you can just go and see it on Amazon. Secondly, we're going to go over something called Shilajit, which is like a black, tarry powder that forms naturally on like the top of the Andes Mountains, I want to say. And I don't know much more like what it actually is in that. All I know it's a very potent like superfood. And what is a superfood? A superfood is a food that has a very high ratio of nutrients and nutrition, vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, and whatnot based on how many calories it has. So obviously, ice cream is the opposite of a superfood. A lot of calories, almost no nutrition. This is these superfoods, Shilajit, again, a ton of like minerals and vitamins and almost 0 calories. But it helps detoxify your body of heavy metals. That's one of the primary things that kind of mucks up the pineal gland is like chlorine and fluoride. You definitely want to, if you especially like grew up in the United States and drank tap water your whole life, you want to do something about that. A lot of times your parents would take you to get fluoride treatments, even though science has shown that they have like almost no effect on helping you prevent cavities. If you ate a lot of processed and fast foods growing up, and just a lot of processed foods in a box, ready, like microwave meals, that kind of stuff. That's all bad for your third eye, basically. And I would recommend these supplements if that's you. So that's Shilajit. Shilajit is not very pleasantly tasting. Some people mix it in smoothies. I found it almost impossible to mask the flavor. But it's not like that horrible. I would just kind of mix it up in a small bottle like this, maybe like pour a little bit of liquid in there, like maybe halfway, put your little teaspoon in or whatever, mix it up and just slam it down. It's not like that bad. It's not going to make you gag. It's not as bad as that skate liver oil. But that's a very powerful, very widely used supplement for decalcifying your third eye. You'll look it up online. You'll see people talking about it a lot. Thirdly, I'm going to recommend it's a very tasty, pleasant third eye food stimulant, and that's raw cacao. What is raw cacao, you might wonder? Raw cacao is actually chocolate in its purest essence, its purest form before it's created and molded into like Hershey bars. It's a superfood. It's extremely healthy, just totally rich in antioxidants, and it's a mild stimulant, and it kind of has, they say it stimulates your sixth chakra, your third eye, your higher chakra faculties. And I found that to be the case. I took it along with, at the time I took the Shilajit and the raw cacao, I took them in conjunction with other supplements, and overall I had definitely a noticeable effect. But regardless, you can't go wrong with raw cacao. It's super healthy. Now, beyond that, again, there's a link to all these different things. Click the link down below and you'll be taken to my blog post where you can see kind of a rundown of all these supplements, more clearly laid out than I just did within this video. But it's kind of important for if you really feel like you've been living sort of a toxic and unhealthy lifestyle. It's something to consider, definitely. You also want to do your best to eliminate continuing to put these third eye inhibitors into your body. For example, stop drinking tap water. If you're drinking tap water that has fluoride and chlorine in it, I recommend getting bottled water or just getting a simple filter for your faucet would be fine. You can also, I went as far as getting a filter for my shower, and I went all out. But I'm not sure you need to do that. You can if you really feel like you're a toxic, a physically toxic person and really could use like the detox, and go for it. But you can get shower filters, tap water filters, and just make sure they get rid of the heavy metals. I've been drinking this one water called Pristine Hydro for years, and it's like a really expensive filtration unit, but it's just like some of the best water on the planet. It is like awesome. You can look it up down below. I might leave a link. Pristine Hydro. And it was a wise investment because I don't even, if you think about it, I've had it for like 5-6 years, and I haven't had to buy a bottle of water since, basically. So it's kind of paid for itself, but again, you don't have to go that far. I'm just giving you guys options. You don't have to do all of this, but just kind of take the bits and pieces that seem relevant to you and your budget and go for it. You want to eliminate the tap water as much as possible. Eliminate the crappy processed foods, fast foods, artificial sweeteners. Don't get fluoride treatments anymore. That sort of thing. You try to purify yourself. Eat a healthy diet. Exercise. Exercise will help speed up this detoxification process big time. Here's the thing. I know some of you guys are thinking, man, I'm a young kid, or I don't have any money. I can't afford any of this. That's okay, man. Listen, the human body naturally detoxifies itself. But if you're putting in crap into your body, then it makes that a struggle for your body to do it. Because when you eat like fast food or unhealthy foods or put in impurities like from tap water into your body has to kind of deal with it. It kind of has to detour its normal desire, which is to kind of keep everything running smoothly and like address these like incoming toxins. So just by simply eliminating that, getting some basic exercise, even if you got to go for a walk or a run or something, drinking plenty of high quality water, eating healthy foods, that alone will be just enough for you. But the other stuff is for people who really want to take it to like the next level. Now, video 3 is going to be coming in a couple days as well. That's the most important video. I told you some meditations, how to bring awareness, to allow it to open up, some barriers to overcome, some foods and supplements to decalcify your pineal gland. You're really on the right track. Hopefully by now you've been consistent with the instructions I gave you, which is to meditate and do your positive affirmations. You've got some momentum going. You haven't broken that chain we talked about. And now I'm going to teach you guys the most important part, which is how to raise up your Kundalini energy, which tends to reside around the base of your spine. You got to learn how to draw it up, because it's that energy that is going to be knocking and prying open those doors, okay? That is going to be what actually, again, burst open your third eye in a way that you can really experience all of the benefits that are often talked about associated with that. So look out for that. Don't miss that one. Again, that's the most important video. And that's going to come in 2 days. Look in your email inbox. And I think that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy. Again, keep at this. Keep going with this. I imagine if you've watched this video, you have some momentum built. Allow this to carry you into that third video. And I will tell you about how to raise your Kundalini. I'll tell you about the importance of it. And we will go from there. Namaste.